That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm up to. Middle of the night, hubby's sleeping. It's my regimen. I don't give a fuck. It changes. Who cares? Is there laws against being awake at 4:23 a.m.? Do you have to be on meth to be awake at 4:23 a.m.? Lord, I hope not, because if you do, I'm missing the mark. I used to live in a tree house. At my friend's house, I used to live in this tree house. And they didn't answer the door before noon. Ever. If you came to the door before noon, you did not know them. Or it was an emergency! Somehow, I kind of like that. I kind of like that. I kind of like that space. I fit in there well. Weirdos are us. I would hit up my friend in the middle of the night and she'd say, "Oh my God, I need to go pay the electric bill. Are you ready? Let's get in the car. Ride." Okay. At 2 a.m., we were going to ride. Yeah, it's going to be cut off. Oh, we're all right. We'll ride. Anyhow, what I come to find out was she's not insane. Shit was genius. Genius. Because she slept through like the hottest hours of the day. And she was up moving around when her body wanted to play. And she didn't live by anybody's standards or schedule, and she wasn't on any crap. Just wasn't. I miss her. Some of you know who I'm talking about. Time was irrelevant. Time is irrelevant. Unless you're stuck in the matrix, time is irrelevant. Some people are, though. Some people say if you're up in the middle of the night, you must be on something. Okay, well, what about the third shift? There's nurses that work at 3 a.m. Are they on something? Caffeine, probably. But that doesn't count because I'm a caffeine junkie. Dang it. One thing I noticed was when I started doing my YouTube channel was that people up between the hours of 2 and 5 a.m., the numbers increase. What the hell is that shit? If you got to be a crackhead to be awake in the middle of the night, why is it that you can go into any given live chat room and have the numbers be off the rails? Off the rails! Off the rails. Hey, look at, you go into a chat room at 4:30 a.m. and the numbers are higher than they are at primetime viewing, which is like 6 or 7:30 p.m. Some Something's up with that. Is it because people can't sleep? Hmm. Maybe they can't. Maybe they're on drugs. I don't know. Or maybe they're like me. They just never did. I'll sleep when I'm dead. Sleep when I want to sleep. And I get up when I want to get up. And I work when I want to work. And I work hard, hard when my body allows it. And I have the motivation. Otherwise, otherwise, I don't know. That's a blessing. That's called freedom. I'm lucky. Yep, I agree. I agree. I'm a spoiled, rotten, lucky bitch. Mm-hmm. Somebody called me that the other day in a text. But the reason I'm lucky, the reason I'm lucky is so multifaceted. It's accumulation of a multitude of balanced choices. It is the belief that I'm lucky. It is the positivity that I give out. It is the the gifts that I give people. It's the wellness I give people. It's the needs that I fulfill that create that lucky vibration. It's I keep on and I keep on and I keep on and I keep on. It's the healing that I provide people that cause me that. And I will keep on doing it to the best of my ability, whether anybody likes it or not. And when you have those gifts and graces and things given to you because you are gifted enough to know that that comes with great power, and you have to discern and be humble with it. I mean, not everybody can get, I mean, yeah, people get whatever and they freaking bag out and they get all ego and they get weird and then people won't. But when you're like me, like now people are coming for my throat. Mm-hmm. Whatever. You can't stop me from helping people help themselves. I help people and I help them help themselves. And I'm going to continue. Because all of the stuff that I have, it was gifted to me from God because God knew I would gift it on or gift where needed or gift where applicable or It's like pay it forward. I mean, do you give back? Do you try to give back? Or do you just take, take, take? Is it me, me, me? Is it I? Is it. I mean, there's a whole generation of children right now who don't know, who have basically a robotic future, a plastic beach. I mean, I'm not trying to go back to the cave days or whatever, but like, can you help a mofo out? Or do you walk past them in disgust, in judgment? I got some stuff in the toaster oven, y'all. We can roll ourselves to death. We can go with the flow of life. When I started my YouTube channel, I got a little bit weirded out about the demographics and the mechanics and the who's its, where's its, categories, analytics. The subject matter. Does it matter? But then I thought, fuck it. Be you. Be who? Oh, be you. You. Be you. You matter. We all matter. You know how often some people don't hear that? A lot of times people are told they're irrelevant. You're not irrelevant. You take up space. You're matter. You matter. If you take up space, take it up. Own it. Own it. If you take up breathing space on this planet, do something with it. Do something with it. You're not a lounge cat. Do something productive. Give back. Pay it forward. Lean in. Amp up. Moving on up. Do it. Just do it. Do something with yourself. Hey, nobody says you can't chief it up along the way. Not that I have. Not that I have. But at least that's a plant, and plants matter. Nobody judging you except you. Nobody judging you except you. Meanwhile, I'm making this here crystal. I'm working on a crystal wire wrap cabochon. Ooh. Don't poke me in the eyeball. Don't poke me in the eyeball. Because that's what I do. I like rocks. Yes, I do. I always have. I always felt very grounded around rocks. They always brought me a lot of peace. Working on this giant hunk of quartz. Rockhound. Rockhound. We rock in the treetop all day long, huffing and a puffing and singing a song. All the birds on Jaybird Street. Something, I don't know the words. Go and tweet, tweet, tweet. Rockin' Robin. Tweet. Rockin' Robin. Tweedledeet. Anyhow, there's lots of negative shit going on out in the world. I'm not tuned into any of that. But I'm here to happily give you a smile or a laugh. I'm good at that. I am good at that. People like to laugh at me. I like to laugh at myself. You know what we were discussing earlier today, or earlier, was I've watched, I don't know how many Andy Griffin episodes. I guess it was the 60s. Maybe it makes sense. I don't know. But I never realized there was not one black dude in that whole show. I never realized that. Homogenous. Yes. Homogenous. It was weird. Realized it just today. Well, a couple of days ago. Yep. Propaganda much? Because, I mean, like, from my own family history, I know there was black people. Because my family was Indian and they were steadily having affairs with some black people. I don't know where they were in that show. But it's sort of happy go lucky and innocent, if you will. I don't know what's wrong with Floyd. Still trying to figure Floyd out. Floyd, what the hell is Floyd on? What the hell is Floyd on? He is the weirdest mofo of the whole show. Like, I might be his cousin. I might be Floyd's cousin. What? Floyd comes up with the weird shit. Like, is he drunk? Is he high? What the hell is Floyd on? Somebody help me. I have no idea. No clue. But there isn't a whole lot of stuff on TV that's laced with innocence. So we've been looking for stuff that isn't as negative. It's hard to come by. I mean, gee whiz, have you been on some of the prepaid services? Like, I won't even call out their names, but we have some of them, and when you go on and you see like suggested videos, you go like, no, no, nope, no, no, no. Like, does everything have to be offensive? Wait. Let me ask this again. Does everything have to be gruesome and offensive? Does it? Because I'm trying really hard to be open minded, but some of it makes me want to slam that door shut. Like, no! No. I don't need your twisted whatever. I don't need it. I don't want it, and I'm not having it. I'm not. Are you discerning about what gets through your mind's gate? Mind's gate. The gate to your mind. Are you discerning about how the information you consume can affect your life, your surroundings, your environment? Wait, hold up. Your liver? Yeah, the news, if it puts stress on your body, if it puts stress on your, if it makes you angry, anger, hey, look, anger is stored in your liver. Check with your Chinese medicine. Check with your ancient Chinese medicine. Check with your Eastern medicine. Check with your local chiropractor. Anger, stress, frustration, and anxiety. Check with your scientific literature. It's stored in your liver. You guys, hold up. I gotta go see if my food is done. Speaking of digestive functions. Yay, I'm back. I am having a. Listen, we don't like to waste a lot of stuff. So I had some leftovers from going out to eat the other night. And we wanted to expand them into a new meal. So we had some Vietnamese food that we added an egg to. Oh my God. Anyhow, oh, and we added some veggies too. We had some leftover veggies. We just piled it all together, sauteed it up together, and it was delicious and way too much food. So, in the long run, we ended up putting part of it in little freezer containers. And so, when we can, when we can, it's not always positive. I mean, it's not always possible, but when we can, we end up making our own homemade TV dinners because it's partially homemade. I mean, the leftovers were mixed up with a whole bunch of stuff that was homemade, that was leftover this and leftover that, and slap it all in a pan, and there's some nut butter on it and some, what do you call it, spicy chili sauce, and bloom. Delicious. Anyhow, so the key is like, why do we waste so much? We need to try harder to consume, to use what we have. Like, we're blessed enough to go out to eat and we have leftovers. And a lot of times, people who put leftovers in their fridge, the leftovers go bad. I'm not eating that again. I'm too good for that. It's greasy. Well, instead of looking at anything like that with a negative, we try to look at it as, oh, we have this. What can we do with it? I mean, sometimes, look, if it is greasy, if it's a greasy or whatever leftover, you might need to add something to it to absorb some of the grease, i.e., we had a little bit of this and a little bit of that from a Vietnamese restaurant, right? So we added some leftover rice and quinoa. It was floating around in the fridge, and we added some leftover peas and corn floating around in the fridge. And we added, and no, this was simple. And we added a couple scrambled eggs, which next thing you know is overflowing the pan, right? And since we ate out and it was full of salt, anyways, full of salt, we didn't have to add that much to it. It was delicious. Delicious, cheap, and mostly nutritious. Mostly nutritious. Better than a damn cheeseburger. Just saying. And we had one of those recently too. Nobody's perfect. We're all hypocrites. Not here to judge. We're here to help. If you're looking for some kind of guidance or discernment on what's better than what, often we have done a lot of research and have a lot of ideas, but judging isn't. We'll have to use our discernment. Judging isn't our favorite thing. I can give you my intuitive hit on something, or I can give you some factual research based, review based view on some subject. But most of the time, what I find out is trust your gut. Like your instincts. Like if you think the company is a liar face and you think that something ain't right and you feel like, oh, I ate this and now my gut is all swollen, then trust that and don't eat it again. Dang. Hopefully, we'll get some people up off in this chat soon. Hopefully, because I know there are some MNFers up at 4:55 because sleep disturbance. What is it called? Disturbance. Sleep disturbance patterns are between 3 and 5. Sleep disturbance. Yeah. Disturbance patterns are between 3 and 5. I don't have any disturbance. I'm not up all night for any reason other than I always was. I remember, like I was telling my husband the other day, when I was a kid, I have this example. So when I was a kid, the phone rang. I was up in the middle of the night sewing in the dark with like a nightlight, little tiny nightlight. I mean, I might have been 12, I don't know, 13. And the phone bleeping rang. And when it rang, I put my hand down on the edge of the sofa. I went kablam because I was going to push myself up to go answer the phone. And when I did that, I put my hand into 3 needles coming out of my hand. Sewing needles. Ow! Sewing needles. So now I got to wake up my parents in the middle of the bleeping night at 2 something in the morning. I'm not supposed to be awake, but I am. And not only that, but okay, not only do you have emergency in front of you because I have needles in my hand and I'm only 12, but there's an emergency on the phone too. Can you imagine how pissed off they were. Yeah. So, anyways, I've always been awake in the middle of the night. And I used to grapple with it a lot. I used to fight with it a lot. But then I got to living with my friend and her treehouse. And in Mobile, Alabama. Mobile, Alabama. And hanging out with them in the middle of the night. And here were these people who are older than I am, not on anything crazy, wide awake in the middle of the night doing their business. Like paying bills, creating their online stores. One of them had a real job, but he didn't go in till 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. But doing their business in the middle and thriving, like happier than any of the motherfuckers I met that had a 9 to 5. Happier. By 100% died laughing. Happier. And I thought, they're weird as fuck. And I love it. I love it. And I spent a lot of time with them in the middle of the night, dancing, singing, paying bills, running to Walmart, and just having life in the middle of the night. And then waking up afternoon and giving back to creating life, creating goodness, creating happiness, creating stability, creating peace, creating harmony. All those things that I ever wished to achieve, I thought, wow, these crazy motherfuckers have got some gosh darn wisdom. They've got some real something going on here. So maybe nobody else will ever understand it, but I don't care. I don't care. So anyhow, I opened a shop. And I was there at 9 o'clock in the morning for a long time. And things went sideways. And I went back on my schedule. And I'm back where I am. And I still have my shop. But I'm going down a different avenue. I don't care who likes it. No, it's not open 9 to 5. No, it's not open to the public. It's by appointment only. Good luck to you if you think you want to get in. Contact me. We'll talk about it. Everybody else can F off. I had a lot of haters. I've had people trying to take me out. I don't give a shit. You're not going to disrupt my freedoms. You're not going to oppress me. I'm not out for the almighty dollar or a quick come up. I have everything I need. I'm happily, readily willing to exist just exactly how I am. And that's how I went into it. I had hopes and dreams that maybe I would be able to provide a platform for some youth to springboard from and seek out their hopes and dreams. But certain industries have kiboshed that. And I'm okay with that. They'll have to seek refuge elsewhere. If they want healing and they want to be real and they want to be kind and they want to give back, then we'll talk about it. If not, Oh well, I'm still happy. Still happy. Sad that I had to let go of certain people. There were some people that I wanted really badly for them to be angels, for them to be real. But I can't make them do that. I asked them to. I told them what it entails. The rest is up to them. I gotta go check on my food. I gotta go check on my food. I'm hungry. Hungry. Hungry, hungry hippo. Oh no. I'll be right back. You know what I just trashed? I trashed it. Woot woot. Look at that. Hold up. Yum. Mmm. Yummy. I know it's hard to see, but it's leftover Vietnamese food surprise. I love it. Yum. We don't waste anything. If we can make it go further, we will. It's rice, peas, corn, eggs. I think there's a few pieces of chicken, not much. Less is more on the meat scene with us. Mm. With a little bit of chili sauce, sweet chili sauce. We have some that we got at our local health food store that happens to be organic. Mm-hmm. Yummy. And yeah, it's 5:06 a.m. And time is an illusion. Time is for your confusion. Time keeps you in anxiety. Go do some research on how Indians dealt with time. I don't think they had clocks. Not for a long time, I don't. I don't think they cared. I think they moved about when it was necessary. That's kind of where that. That's kind of where I live. Mm-hmm. Anyways, I just wanted to reach out, put a crazy video out, be myself, talk to you guys, see who's up, who, what, where, and why. I don't know. I'll be back soon. Hopefully, I'll catch you guys at the right time, at the right place. I love you. I love you guys. I love you. I'm just one of those people, lovey dovey. No reason. Anyhow, please, guys, if you like these videos, comment, share, subscribe, put them out there. Help me. Help me help you. Have lots of things to talk about. I'll be back. We're healing. We're feeling. And we're moving forward.